Hey there everybody, WolfTamerPlayz here, and welcome back to another Sonic Roboblast 2 video, where today I have a challenge. I've got 6 SRB2 mods that will be racing against each other, but these won't just be casual playthroughs of the level. Each of these runs use the character's extra abilities to take shortcuts through the level. Each character gets 3 runs to get to the end. Deaths don't count. The goal is to be the fastest of the 3 tries. Once I do that with all the characters, then I compile them all at the end and race them against each other, and find out, at least in my ability, which character is the fastest. So, let's look at our contestants. First up, we have Super Mystic Sonic. He has a very powerful spin dash, can boost whether he's running or jumping, and he has a stomp attack as well. Next up is Jelly Tails. He works the same as regular Tails, except he has the bounce bracelet, which makes it much easier for him to propel forward, off of enemies, ground, or even walls sometimes. Next up, Serge. Her powers entirely depend on how many badniks are in the area, because she can homing attack into them, which can lead to an electrical attack that can either boost her forward or propel her upward. She can also double jump. Next up, xsonic. His zip dash can make him go incredible speeds. If you run in one direction long enough, you can jump into the air and gain insane height. And his ring burst helps him fly over an entire level, but it drains rings very quickly. And then we have Werehog Pro, which has a pretty decent boost. You can double jump, you can air dash, you can grapple homing attack, and you can even wall jump. And last, but certainly not least, we have Hyper Metal Sonic. He can boost, and he can hover indefinitely, which gives him incredible speed. And spamming the hover boost never stops increasing your acceleration. So, without further ado, let's get to the race. Alright, so first thing we're going to go over is the route that I will be taking, or the routes more specifically. So I'm going to be going over that first section, don't really need to go to the left. And then for the first and second routes, I will not be doing this, but on the third routes, I will be taking the spring and then getting the speedy sneakers, or the power sneakers, I believe they're more specifically called. Jump around the loop-de-loop, and in some cases I did use this to kind of gain some air, but you can actually fly past an entire section of the level right there, and you can just go right here, and then you can just roll right into the end, all nice and convenient. So yeah, there you go. That is the general route that will be taken. As for the regular route, you guys will be seeing that in just a moment. Alright, so first up, we have SMS, or Super Mystic Sonic. I got requested this guy a lot, and I'm really happy to be able to finally playing as him. I'm a bit new to him, so I'm not exactly the best at his role. I did actually decide to go through the loop-de-loop there. But yeah, and then I kind of went down there, and then I used his air boost, kind of finish off the level. But yeah, already starting off strong with a good 20 seconds. That's really good for a first time, I think. But then again, this is Super Mystic Sonic that we're talking about, so he's not exactly going to be slow. For those who don't know, he's one of the fastest Sonics. But yeah, onto the second run. I didn't really do a full spin dash there, so that may have lost me a bit of time, I seem to recall. But yeah, that definitely lost me a bit of time there. But you know what? We're sticking with it, because this is 3 runs, and they're not all going to be perfect. So yeah, I did go through the loop-de-loop again, because SMS just kind of works a bit better that way. And I forget if this was a faster time or not. Or no, it was like 2 seconds slower. So that's not great. But we got the third run, which is gonna be the craziest run, and you guys will see why in a second. Alright, third run, here we go. I did the spin dash. I may have accidentally spin dashed for a bit too long, because it actually don't need to go full spin dash to speed up real fast. But, get the speed shoes. I edited this music out because I'm assuming it's pretty copyrighted, but yeah, you can just see speed shoes. I just flew past the platform, but I got 15 seconds, so I shaved 5 seconds off. Also, by the way, the more I look at SMS, it just looks like sands to me, which is kind of funny. But anyways, next up we got Jelly Tails. And the thing with Jelly Tails is he can bounce, and that's pretty cool. He can fly out of his bounce as well. That's pretty nice. And yeah, just flying over the whole level. It's honestly pretty cool. And then, you know, you can get on some slopes. And, you know, this time I went around the loop-de-loop. And I didn't really need to use any ground because Tails was just goated that way. And yeah, and then I went over here and boom, I went into the finish. And just bounced off that there. And so yeah, I got a solid 30 seconds. So I would say that's pretty good for Tails. Jelly Tails is my favorite mod of Tails that I've found as of yet. I think all the other ones I've found so far are pretty much just additional abilities he gets. But yeah, I bounced off that badnik that time. So that gave a lot of extra height. So I think this run may have been a bit better, just generally. But yeah, I think that I did the same thing again. I don't think I was quite as efficient with my bounces, but it was maybe still pretty much the same, I hope. Oh yeah, and I think I tried to like get a bounce sooner, and I tried to see if that would work, but that was too high, so then I bounced again. I think that cost me a second, but oh wow, you look at that. It's actually the same second. It's actually the run 1 and 2 are both 30 seconds. That is actually crazy. But all right, third one, here we go. Bounced off Badnik again, but that wasn't really as big of a bounce. But maybe that meant less air drag, which, by the way, I don't think Tails has really air drag, but alright, anyways, getting the speed shoes. It was a bit difficult to do, but I did manage to land it. You probably couldn't really see it all that well, but it's there. And yeah, I tried to get a bit of running in because, I mean, speed shoes are kind of useless if you never really use any running or, I guess, flying in Tails' case. But unfortunately, that extra time needed to get the box did slow down Tails a bit, and he just bounced into the waterfall in the background, which is just beautiful. But yeah, then we got Werehog Pro. So originally I used Werehog Original, but I had I think at least a couple people tell me that he's kind of not as good as Werehog Pro, and I definitely agree. Werehog Pro is just really a lot better. I kind of chose a bit more of the normal route there. I didn't really shortcut too much, unfortunately, but this is run 1. It's not going to be too crazy, but I did go around here, and I used the wall jump because I barely missed. And I think these wall jumps are indefinite, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, air dash there, then I did the jump, and I was ready to spin, but I didn't really catch the slope. So yeah, 36 seconds. I would say that's pretty decent for Werehog, I think, but other than that, I think it's just a pretty alright run. And yeah, so then, oh yeah, you can also boost through those guys as well. Forgot if I mentioned, but yeah, oh yeah, that was a way better start. So yeah, not going for the ring monitor yet, or not the ring monitor, the speed shoes, the power sneakers. But yeah, going around again. I think Werehog is probably the one that's the easiest to do the go around the loop with, but for this case, I actually decided I'd go through the loop because I wasn't quite far left enough, and I just kind of figured that would make me lose a bit of time. But yeah, this is a better run, and I didn't quite boost on my landing there, but that's fine. So run 3, y'all are gonna get to see Werehog with power sneakers. I would imagine he could run pretty fast with power sneakers, but you know, what we're gonna find out. And yeah, kind of the same as what was it, SMS's second run, I think, where I accidentally kind of homing attacked and that slowed me down a bit. I grappled back on with his goofy long arms. I don't actually mind them that much though, but I digress. But yeah, he's not too much noticeably faster. Also, by the way, y'all may notice that I'm not like just running on the other end of the loop-de-loop, but if you step on that, it does reverse automation and you go backwards through the loop-de-loop, which is pretty wild. Accidentally locked on somehow. Oh yeah, I almost fell off, but I saved it. But yeah, needless to say though, that was not my best run, but it's fine. Can't always have the last one be the best one. But now we got xsonic, and you know what? This has aged very well from my first ever SRB2 video that I made saying I think that he'll become my favorite eventually, because you know what? He actually is my favorite now. I love xsonic. I love the speed. His moveset is just so unique, so fun to use. And you can just use Ring Burst here and just skip over so much of the level. And oh yeah, I accidentally fell and did the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog pose. That is a game that is free and was made on April Fool's Day. But I haven't played it. I might play it sometime. But anyways, back to the run though. I did a bit more zip dashing. Also, by the way, I kind of winced looking back at this because I was thinking instead of homing attacking these one by one, or I guess I think it's snap dive more specifically because this is xsonic. But also that was a much cleaner entry in. Also, it is collapsing in the background. But anyways, yeah, I really wish I would have zip dashed through those monitors though. I think that would have been way quicker to get the rings, but unfortunately I didn't really think of that when doing these runs. But it's fine though. Maybe I'll return to this stage eventually, possibly, but we'll see. Anyways, getting a pretty good start here, I'd say. I got on the spring pretty quick with the slide, and then boom, went over there. Yeah, like I think that was my most perfect lineup, but not too much time lost though. I think that it's still like the whole ring burst is just so useful, but I did barely not get my record. I was like a second or so behind, which, you know, that's fine, I think. But yeah, it's just how speedrunning is. Anyways, next up we got Serge. I think Serge is the character I am newest with here, but I think I got used to her moveset pretty quickly because she kind of entirely, like I said in the beginning, she kind of entirely relies on badniks to be around so that she can have electrical attacks off of them, like that. So it's kind of a bit hard to see. I don't know why my text at the top is being spammed, but sometimes it just kind of does that when loading mods in. But yeah, this is a okay-ish run. I didn't really fly over too much of the level here like usual, which is kind of funny because like it's like I didn't fly over the level like usual. I guess just kind of speedrunning logic. But anyways, 37 seconds. That's decent, I guess. I think like 40 seconds would be a pretty normal run without the tricks I seem to remember. Or I seem to remember. But yeah, alright. Yep, I used him there. Yep, alright, just jumping through here. Yeah, honestly, kind of more the same. I considered before using kind of those top platforms, kind of on the left of the loop-de-loop after you go by it, but I decided that would probably lose me some time. But I did do better this time, though. I think my Serge gameplay increased with each run, and how familiar with her moveset I was. That was definitely my best opening. And her double jump is honestly pretty useful. And then, yeah, get a couple seconds extra, and then I use her homing attack. And you can't use the electricity attack off of monitors, which is honestly kind of big sad, because that would really honestly kind of change a lot of how this run went. But even so, I think this run was pretty good. And yeah, I didn't use the electric attack there, but I think rolling down like I did would have been just a bit faster, so that's what I decided to do. Some split-second thinking, I guess. That's what I had to do. But next up, and I don't know, final up, is Hyper Metal. So he can boost indefinitely. So I started out, or no, not boost. He has like the boost, like the red thing, and then like when it, like that thing that's the indefinite part, which can make him go really fast. I almost died there, so that would not have been great. But yeah, and then, you know, funny thing is, this run was just waited a couple seconds because I was just kind of falling down. But, you know, that's how it is with Hyper Metal. So, alright, on to run 2. We got more boosting. He betrays his fellow robot. I use more of the hover. The hover is just so OP. Apparently, you can drop dash as well, so yeah, I did kind of miss the spring. But yeah, I'm using it on my second run this time, and you guys will see in just a little bit why that is. And then in the next clip, you guys are going to be like, oh, okay. And y'all all understand. But yeah, there we go. 22 seconds. I think that's a pretty normal time. But all right, time to see what Hyper Metal is actually made for. All right, so the final run. You remember what I said about this acceleration never stops at the beginning? Yeah, half this run is metal falling towards the end. It's already done. 8 seconds. Man, I wonder who's gonna win this race, but I guess we're gonna find out next. But yeah, alright, here we are. And we can already notice that Hyper Metal is just going like absolute crazy. And I'm looking at everyone right now. I think X is doing pretty well. Serge is doing alright. And yeah, I think, yeah, Jellytail's doing pretty well. Oh, wait, Hyper Metal finished. And, oh yeah, and then we got SMS finishing. And then we got X finishing. Alright. Oh, it's just a few left. We got Werehog, Jellytails, and then we also have Serge. Alright. Oh, okay, it looks like Jellytails actually barely beat Werehog Pro, and Serge, unfortunately, made it 6th place. But, alright, yeah, that is honestly pretty crazy. I will say, when I downloaded Hyper Metal, I was not expecting him to just be absolutely insane. Like, he does not stop accelerating. But congratulations to Hyper Metal Sonic. Now, this guy, I was just saying how crazy he is, and just watching 8 seconds. Imagine beating Green Hill SA2 in 8 seconds, because Metal Sonic, he can do that. And honestly, I want to do more with Hyper Metal Sonic. I feel like he could probably even beat out some super forms. I feel like he could. Also, apparently, if you collect 100 rings as him, and then, like, you know, you can just jump up, hit, jump, and spin at the same time. You can just go super. Like, I don't even think you need the Chaos Emeralds. I haven't tried it, but it's just crazy. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. I really do enjoy making these speedrun videos. It's so fun to just grab a bunch of character mods and then just put them all up against each other and just see who can be the fastest. And honestly, I will say as well, I have tried out Hyper Mystic Sonic, and I don't think anyone will lose to him ever. But I feel like the fastest, I feel like, honestly, this round was kind of a show of, I feel like the mods I have, at least in my ability, which ones are the fastest, because it's got to be Hyper Metal, and then it's got to be SMS, and then it's got to be X. I feel like those are just top 3 over time, so it's really interesting that those are the top 3 just in general, what I have in this speedrun race. But anyways, thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. So, there's this really weird thing that happens that I didn't put in the video because I felt like it was really unfair, but if I equip the Werehog Pro, you can notice if I go on down to X Momentum. So, let's go in, and you guys might be wondering, you know, Wolf, why are you showing me more Werehog Pro? Because this guy, because I think he got like 4th place or something, but let me just show you. X Momentum, it really makes him just absolutely insane. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't believe me right now. Let me just hit boost. So, in case y'all didn't see that, let me just... Yeah. He can fly across the level for some reason. X Momentum completely breaks Werehog Sonic, and I don't know why, so I feel like I kind of owe it to this guy to like try 2 more times to see how fast he can get through the level, because honestly, it's kind of comparable to Hyper Metal. And, oh wait, am I gonna get the record? Go! No! Oh, dang it! Oh, where am I? Whoa. Oh, yep, this is the one, this is the one. This is the one! What? How did I die there? There's no way. Wait, I just grabbed the water. Oh, this is the one, this is the one, this is it. He's gonna beat... Yes! Hypersonic got beaten by the Werehog solos.